All right, welcome into another episode of House Divided. We got Jackson subbing in for Joe today. Instant reaction right now. I just looked at the Jets schedule for the first time. This fucking sucks. The Jets go Baltimore, Cleveland, Cincinnati, Pittsburgh to start. They play the whole AFC North 4 weeks in a row. At Pittsburgh, at Cleveland. Then they go Dolphins at home. So that's their best shot at a win. I mean, maybe the Steelers, but it's away. Then they get Packers, Broncos, Pats, Bills, Pats. That fucking sucks. The Jets are going to be 2-8 to start. They have the terrible second. Like, they have the easiest second half schedule of all time. Bears, Lions, Jags, Seahawks, Dolphins, Vikings. That's nothing. But come on, are you kidding? Opening against Baltimore? That's going to be they're going to lose by 30. On 9/11? Oh, on 9/11 at home though. That's could be a big Jets crowd there in New York. It's going to be emotional. They got to take out Lamar. But yeah, then you get the Super Bowl Bangles and the Browns with hopefully with no Deshaun. Browns, even at Browns with Baker, I don't hate that. And then at Pittsburgh, I mean, that's Trubisky or Kenny Pickett. I'm not too worried about that.
Should be.
Home against the Dolphins. I mean, at Green Bay and at Denver. Those are brutal. See what the Steelers have.
I got it right here.
Steelers open up at Cincy, Pats, Cleveland, Jets, Bills, Bucks, Finns, Eagles, Saints, Bangles, Colts. I mean, it's a pretty tough schedule. You don't really. Panthers stink, Falcons stink. Should be able to split with the Bengals at least. Should be able to split with the Ravens. Saints aren't going to be great. Dolphins shouldn't be great. Eagles you can beat. Pats you can probably beat. That's not great either. Opening at Cincy. Home against the Pats. You got to win that game. And then at Cleveland, if it's Baker, you should be looking good. Jets, you should be looking good. Jets got a fuck job. Are you kidding me? We were going to get into that a little bit later, but I just looked. It came out at 8. I just looked at it. Are you kidding me? How do we play Baltimore? You always play like a divisional game week 1, and we're playing the Ravens, who just had like the best draft of any team. Lamar healthy. At least it's at home. The Jets always open up on the road. At least it's not like there was rumors it was going to be at New England on Sunday Night Football, which I don't know why they put the Jets on Sunday Night Football. But this is about the second worst thing that it could have been. I'd rather play the Bills and lose by 30. All right. We'll get back to the NFL schedule in a little bit.
Yikes.
Quick recap. What?
Nerfy doesn't stand.
Did you bet that?
No, Pat did.
Recap of the past few weeks. Masters bets plus. We didn't have a stream last week. We did the week before. Trayvon Walker, first overall hit for plus 1,400 plus. I think I had a full unit on it. I can't remember. So that was 14 units. I think I'm up to 33 units up year to date for the pod. So hopefully we're following that. Joe, he was down 9, but he's won like 2 NBA bets the past week that I think he posted. So he's back down like 6.5, 7, something like that. So hopefully we're following some of the futures that I had. Kind of had a shitty end of the college basketball slate for me. Golf's kind of been saving me. So yeah, we'll post maybe some updated numbers sometime soon. But yeah, up 33 is sitting pretty to tide me over for the summer. I mean, the summer, like we said before, Joe's more of a baseball guy, NBA guy. I don't tend to bet baseball a lot. If I do, it's a lot of like home run bets or strikeout props, things like that, rather than I don't love run lines and money lines. Interesting. There have been some nice ones lately. I don't know why. I didn't even look at the lines this morning. The A's were plus money against the Tigers, who are like the worst team in baseball. I guess second to the Reds. Was interesting. They won. They were plus like 120. But yeah, we had the NFL schedule release. I'll touch on that again later on. Kentucky Derby. We haven't had our horse racing guy in yet. I think he should be back next week or the week after. So we'll definitely go over more of that in the pod, especially because we'll get a Thursday show out. We might like pre-record a segment and then throw it on at the end of our Thursday shows just to tide you or post it on the Instagram for the Saturday races. But yeah, Rich Strike 80-1, winning the Derby. We had one friend of the show that had a $20 ticket on him, just throwing it out there, that won $1,600. Nothing else. Like everyone else, I know a lot of people were on whoever was the 12, I think. I was on the 6. That came in like 5th place. What'd you have, like the 1 and the 13? Irad and Jose.
Yeah.
They were like
4th
and 5th.
Yeah.
Yeah. No one really that's been on the show had anything close to that. So not much for the Derby. What's the I don't know which one's next. Preakness. Let me look it up. What's this weekend? The 13th, 14th, so it'll be the 21st. May 21st. Horse race. It'll be the Preakness on the 21st, and then the 5th of June will be the Belmont. So we'll hopefully have something up next week for the Preakness, picks for that day, hopefully, not just the actual stakes at the end. And then again for the Belmont, just to get you some of that. And then we'll once the races come to Saratoga, we'll probably start posting them a lot more, especially Saturdays during the day, like we did for college hoops when we were posting all day Saturdays. We'll have some of those picks coming out like every 40 minutes or so, whatever the races are on. But yes, we have what happened last week. We had Max Homa had a win, his 4th win on tour. They had the stat that came out. He has more wins in the past 3 years on tour, more than Brooks, JT, Rom, DJ. He wins all the shit tournaments, but he had like more wins than like a lot of top guys, which was kind of funny. Let's see what's coming up. I think beginning of June is the next. There's a tournament that started today. Oh, the Byron Nelson. What a classic. Pga Championship next week. Defending champ, your boy Phil. Didn't he get kicked off tour or something?
I think he just left to go to Dubai or whatever.
Yeah, but isn't that like, I think he got like canceled for that or something.
I don't think he can play in any of these.
All right, this tournament looks like it sucks, the one going on. Sebastian Munoz, Charles Schwartzel, Kuchar, Matsuyama, DJ. Oh, Scheffler, Spieth. They had some decent people in it. JT. These guys are all way down. Looks like it's Munoz has got like a 4-stroke lead. Round 1. Guess what his score is?
In the lead?
Yeah, Munoz.
-4.
12 under. Shot a 60.
Just first round.
Yeah. Sebastian Munoz shot a 60 today. That's absurd. With a bogey.
Who wins? Him playing in real life or you on PGA Tour?
I don't know. This course must be super easy. Oh,
Is
we had
like
two.
everyone
Oh, yeah,
doing
that's a
really
different
good,
guy.
or is it just him?
There's a few people that are 8 under, 7 under, but he's 12. Oh, 60's nuts. He went par, birdie, par, par, birdie, birdie, par, bogey, eagle, birdie, birdie, eagle, par, birdie, par, birdie, birdie, birdie. He shot a 28 on the back. What the fuck? 12 under. So what's he going to finish? Do you think he finishes over or under 30? Could be easy pins today or something. I don't know.
I mean, you got.
That's on pace for 48. He could hit 50.
He's not shooting. I'd say finish probably like in the 20s.
That I look at a lot of like graphs that people make for like their for like tournaments. They look at like they have little models that project whose game translate well to a tournament. In this tournament, one of the guys that I keep track of, he had Matt Wolf as like the top player in his model, and Matt Wolf's like 4 over. He sucks. He's been so bad. Imagine going 4 over as a professional golfer when someone else is running 12 under. A 60. Just imagine if he hit one more, didn't hit like a bogey, shooting 59. Yeah. He just pars it.
He eagled
2 holes.
2 holes on the bat.
No, one was 9 and then one was like 13.
Oh.
All right, so we got. Let me see if there's odds out for the. What did I say it was next weekend? The Pga Championship. See if there's odds out for that. We'll probably release some picks for it. Maybe we'll do a game. I don't know. We're not getting the viewership that deserves a game right now. These guys.
Maybe that could be why we haven't had a game in.
I know, but you gotta stick with us if you want the games. You can't just pop in whenever you want. All right, so Scotty's the favorite, plus 1,000. Rom, Rory, Morikawa, JT, DJ, Cam Smith, Cantlay. I'm gonna fall for that Cantlay trap again, and he's gonna stink.
Where is Southern Hills?
Xander 29. He stinks. Zalatoris, Matsuyama. Corey Connors, my guy, plus 5,000. Terrell Hatton, Answer. Says Phil's got odds in here, plus 8,000.
Yeah, I saw. I was looking at the roster. It's in Oklahoma. So he's from Oklahoma.
Let's see if I go to the PGA Championship. See, the odds aren't going to be out for the like top 20 and stuff until that starts, because Corey Connors being like the 30th favorite, I'm betting that again. I'm betting him top 10, top 20, top 30. He'll probably be plus money, top 30. He'll be like plus 200, and he's gonna finish like between 8 and 12.
Pat's guy's Taylor Gooch is from Oklahoma.
Oh, home game for Gooch. Jesus, Scotty's still the second favorite. He's only like 4 under right now for this tournament right now. The guy's 12 under. Scotty's 4. He's in like 20th, and he's still the second favorite. All right. So we had golf. We'll be back big for golf. We missed it this week. Obviously, we'll have some golf picks for the PGA Championship next week. All right. NBA. Like I mentioned, Joe had a few bets that he posted on the story for House this past week, I believe. So he's gotten a few units back. I know that he did like the Sixers maybe money line tonight. They're down 4 right now in the third. Didn't post it for a pick. I don't think he ended up doing it. He just kind of wanted that series to go 7. I don't hate the Mavs getting points tonight, even money line. That to go 7 as well. Luka's just been dominating Booker. But I think still stands that I think the Suns will win that. I think the Suns will end up winning the championship. Especially, I so wish the Celtics would have beat the Bucks. I want it to be, if I could have any matchup, I want it to be Celtics Warriors in the championship, because I wouldn't be mad about either of them winning. NHL, looks like the Bruins are up 1 right now on the Hurricanes. That could go 7 if they win. The Lightning are up on the Maple Leafs. That would go 7 if the Lightning win. I really hope the Lightning lose. I'm just sick of the Lightning. Don't want to deal with that anymore. Yeah, Wild Blues tonight. Blues up 3-2. Oilers Kings. Kings up 3-2. Oilers are just chokers in the playoffs. Rangers, Penguins tomorrow. Please, Penguins, just knock the Rangers off. I don't want to listen to Ranger fans. Shesterkin stinks this playoffs. So that's tough for them. Panthers, Caps. Panthers are up 3-2. That's tomorrow as well. And then Stars, Flames, Calgary up 3-2. Kind of like the Flames to make the cup from the West. East is weird. I kind of want it to be the Leafs just to see something, but I think I'll go. I think my favorite Stanley Cup matchup would be Hurricanes, Flames. Goudreau. The Hurricanes are just like a fun team to root for. There's no one like too good on that team. Chechnikov. Kind of like some random vets, Jordan Staal, Nino Niederreiter. Weird team, but whatever. So yeah, we've got those playoffs going. I haven't done a ton of bets for either of those playoffs. I think I've done like I haven't bet the NBA since Wild Card Weekend. Just not an NBA guy. Don't want to bet it a ton because I don't watch it a ton. But yeah, we gotta get something for the summer rolling. So it's probably gonna be majority golf. Maybe throw a couple units each tournament. Probably get into some more baseball props. Home run props is probably where I'm going to be, like some of those +4 to 700 lines each day, maybe like 2 or 3 a day. But yeah, Yankees got off to a hot start this year. I think they're like 23-8, something like that. So that's looking good. The house is together as Yankee fans. Not Jackson. He's a Red Sox fan, but they stink. I think they're in last place. I'm going to double check that. It's either them or the O's, but they both stink. Let's see. MLB standings. Red Sox are 11-20. That's pretty tough. The Yankees are 22-8. The Yankees are the best record in the MLB. Red Sox are 4th to last. Tied with the Nationals for 3rd. Only teams worse, Tigers, Reds. Yikes. Actually, the Royals only have 10, but they have way less losses. They must have got a bunch of games delayed. Yeah, the Red Sox stink. I saw some stuff floating around today that the Nats, if they do anything, they might make Juan Soto available. Get the Soto shuffle to New York. This is the time for the Yankees. They've got Jason Dominguez and Anthony Volpe just sitting in the minors. They can't. They're minor league players. Like they always have a great they didn't for a while, but they've had a decent system. When these guys come up, all these top guys that we want to hold on to, Jorge Mateo, James Caprillion, who's not bad in the A's right now, Jesus Montero. These guys always stink. Clark Schmidt, Justice Sheffield, they always stink. We've traded some of them, thank God. Like Clint Frazier, we're just like holding on these guys, and they stink when they get to the majors. Glaber was good for 2 years, and then he stunk. You gotta flip some of these, especially if you get a player like Soto. Get rid of that would replace Gallo in the lineup. I think his contract's up after the year anyway, only like 10 or 12 mil. You should be able to eat that and move on from him. It would be tough to have Stanton, Judge, and Soto all in the outfield, paying them all like 30 mil a year, but whatever, you gotta go for it. Like the Yankees are classic chokers, especially in the playoffs. So you gotta make a push at this point, especially when you're going up against the Dodgers in the series, probably with Mookie, Freeman, Trey Turner, Bellinger, Max Muncy, Josh Turner, like Justin Turner. That's tough, and their pitching staff: Kershaw, Buehler, Urias, all these guys. But yeah, hopefully we'll have some guests in the coming weeks. 2 weeks. Jason's back. I think he's quarantining right now, so hopefully we'll have him on maybe next week. Pat, frequent watcher, he comes. Never been. He's been on the show. Yep. So Pat's been on the show. Hopefully he'll make it back for another episode. WNBA just started, so we got some topic for him to do. Big Kelsey Plum fan. I don't know. Running a free Brittany Griner campaign. Pat will be on here. And like I said, Tuttle will be back. Hopefully before the Stanley Cup, we can do a little NHL playoff thing with him, horse racing thing, maybe for the Preakness or the Belmont. I know Grayson's trying to come back on soon. Tim's 2-week ban's up this week, I think, so he's allowed to come back next week if we approve it. If his appeal goes through, his 2-week ban is technically up, so he'd be allowed back on the show. Maybe we'll get like Tom and Mike on the show for an episode, do a little dynasty fantasy talk or something like that. But yeah, get some baseball guys on here too to talk some baseball betting. It's just not my forte.
I know Pat watches first inning of most games, but
Pat's an expert in first innings. But yeah, let me see what else we got for the schedule. I don't want to short you guys too much. I know we've only been on for like 20 minutes, 25. Let's see what's going on with the NFL schedule if it's up here on the app. All right, week 1 schedule is out. Maybe I'll do a quick pick 'em for week 1. Bills at Rams. Bills are the Super Bowl favorite. Rams are the defending Super Bowl champions. The Rams didn't really they lost Odell for now, lost Robert Woods, but neither of those guys really played much in the Super Bowl. Gained Allen Robinson, so that'll be a nice one. Defensively, I don't think they lost too much. I don't know. I think Andrew Whitworth retired, so they're going to need to shore up that offensive line, and I don't really remember if they signed any tackles. Bills going out west, too much hype on the Bills. I think I would take the Rams in that one. Saints at Falcons. Both those teams probably won't be great. Should be the return of Jameis. Marcus Mariota's first game for the Falcons. They draft Drake London. They got Kyle Pitts. Cordero's back. Weapons are better than people say. Olamide Zaccheaus. Defense stinks. I think everyone will be on the Saints, so I might fade and go Falcons there. I know this is 5 months early for the NFL, but I got to talk about something. Bears, Niners. The Bears I don't even want to go over that. The Bears will lose by 20. Steelers at Bengals. Think it'll be Mitch or Pickett to start the year?
I would assume Mitch.
Mitch to start?
First game, yeah.
I don't know. Kenny Pickett's was supposed to be the high floor guy that could come in and start right away. Mitch kind of stinks. Pickett,
we'll have to see who starts preseason.
Yeah, I don't know. But at the Bengals, you like that or no? Defense should be good. They signed a few decent guys for their defense. Offense, they lost Juju to Kansas City. They did draft George Pickens, who's a bit. Did you see the trending video of George Pickens when he got drafted? He was
by the TV.
Yeah, with he had one of those little ski mask things the players wear over under their helmets. Yeah, that was weird. They got Calvin Austin too, a little scat guy. He's fast as shit, but tiny. But the Steelers have had success with some tiny guys. AB.
Yeah. And they have someone who can throw the ball.
Yeah, realistically, the Steelers can't be worse than last year. Mitch or Pickett should be at least what Big Ben was. I saw something today. It said Big Ben has bad blood with the Steelers for how they ended his career there. Which I don't really know what that means, but Eagles at Lions. Lions should be better than people think, but the Eagles got A.J. Brown, got some defensive players. Should be a little bit better. Don't hate that. What is that? Hayden Christensen talk we just got from Luke. Pats at Dolphins. Dolphins always win at home against the Pats. I like the Dolphins in that one. Ravens at Jets. As much as I want to be a homer and pick the Jets, I can't in that one. The Ravens should mop them. I think the Ravens are going to be the best team in that division this year. Jags at the newly minted Commanders. I don't know what I would even do in that one. there's already a line out for that. Commanders -4.5. I guess I would lean Commanders. The Jags probably are going to stink. Browns at Panthers. Honestly, it doesn't really matter to me who starts, Watson or Baker. I'll take the Browns. Colts at Texans. The Texans should be one of the worst teams. I'll take Colts. Giants at Titans. Giants should be better than people think, even with new GM, new coach. Titans should be worse than people think, I would say. Really just going Robert Woods and what's my guy from Arkansas? Traylon Burks on receiver. Henry will be back, but he's coming off the injury. I'd probably take the points with the Giants. Obviously not out yet. We're a long way away, but I don't like the Titans this year. Packers at Vikings. I'd probably lean the Packers, but I do like the Vikings this year as well, more than probably the consensus. Chiefs at Cardinals. Obviously lean the Chiefs. I think the Cardinals kind of stink. Raiders at Chargers. Raiders getting 4. Raiders always play the Chargers pretty well. Both those teams improved a lot. The Chargers, in some people's eyes, are the best team in football. I don't see it. Herbert's going to have a lot to prove that he can actually be like clutch and win big games. The Raiders got Devontae, Derek Carr's boy, kept Waller. They got Renfro. They signed about 100 like mediocre like third receivers. So between Bryan Edwards, they signed Keelan Cole. They signed one of those dudes from the Pats. They signed that guy from the Eagles and then Miami. What the fuck's his name? I don't know. They signed like 20 receivers. And they drafted like 3 running backs. So they're going to be doing something weird. Bucks at Cowboys, Sunday Night Football. That should be a good one. Brady's back. Cowboys, who knows what they're doing. Probably leading Bucks. Broncos at Seahawks. Russ playing in Seattle, his first game away from the team. The Seahawks are probably going to be the worst team. The Bears are going to be the worst team. I think it'll be like Bears, Seahawks, Texans, Jags. Be the worst teams. Obviously omitting the Jets in there. Again, I do have a future. I posted already. Actually, let me check my futures. I do have a future on... Oh, we got that house divided. The E.J. Liddell bet. Is E.J. Liddell a first-round pick? I said yes. Joe said no. Travis Walker already hit. Jets over 5 wins. I have 2 units on that. I think the line's 5.5 now. Don't know how it didn't go up after the draft. They should sign Ogunjobi and Quan Alexander too here in the next few days. Bolster the defense. I did put in a future on Creighton to win the national championship next year. Weird team to bet on, but they were like 20th in odds, and I think they're actually pretty good. They got a few transfers. They got Baylor Shireman, who's probably one of the top 5 transfers in college basketball. I just took this the day they landed him. There was like news of him getting, and it started to slip. I think it's at like 1,800 now. I have it at 3,000, so have a half unit on that. Got something to look forward to for college basketball. And then I did put in that Ravens to win the AFC North bet, plus 250. I think they were 3rd in odds. I think it was the Bangles were the favorite, and the Browns were 2nd. Then the Ravens and the Steelers. I wouldn't touch the Browns. I think the Bengals are due for some big regression. I don't think the Steelers are that good. And I think the Ravens will be really good. What do they lose? Hollywood? Like, he stinks. Like, I don't care about Hollywood at all.
Does he stink?
He's not good. He's just fast. I think
Speed kills.
There was rumors that they're in the market to trade with the Eagles for Jalen Reagor, who's like basically the same player as Hollywood. He just can't catch. So hopefully he learns how to catch when he joins the Ravens, if he actually does. I'm sure they can find someone else. Andy Isabella from the Cardinals on the block. I think they signed someone. They have Rashad Bateman. They draft 2 tight ends that are like kind of Waller mold, like receiver tight ends. Isaac Likely and Charlie Kolar, I think, from Iowa State. They should be... They've obviously got Mark Andrews. They've got Rashad Bateman. They've got... Where are their other receivers? They gotta have someone else. Someone else that was decent. They just need a deep ball guy. So Reagor, which I think they're going to trade Chuck Clark, their safety. That would have been the trade. Like Reagor and a pick for Chuck Clark. which I kind of like. They don't need Chuck Clark. They draft Kyle Hamilton. They gave Marcus Williams like $70 million. Those are your two safeties. But yeah, I kind of like the Ravens there. But yeah, again, if you're watching right now, if you guys want to come on, join the show, do an episode. If you want to be on for 10 minutes, you want to be on for the whole episode, doesn't matter. You get to be entered in the picks contest for the year long. Gray's dominating that. Brett's in second. You're in third.
How am I in third? I thought it was minus.
Who else has there been? Oh, Pat's ahead of you. That's it, though.
Luke hasn't put bets in?
No. I have to put Dan on there as well for his NASCAR bets. I think he hit one of them, so he's probably around even or a little up.
I think it was minus 8 or 0.8 or something.
0.8. Because you had some weird Stewart Sink bet, or else you would have been up. That's the dumbest bet I've ever heard. Old guys don't win. But all right, yeah, we'll have some more picks out. Obviously, like I said, next week for the PGA Championship, and we'll probably put our horse picks in for the Preakness. Other than that, yeah, again, if you want to join, hit us up on Instagram, and hopefully do another contest soon to give something out to you guys. See you next week.